memories in Kolkata. Well, I'll have to do that again.
Well, Punjab Kings were 83 for 5 at one stage, and even crossing 150 looked like a tall order. But then it was the turn of Priyansh Arya, who stepped up to the plate, scored his maiden IPL ton, and was obviously supported by Shashank Singh, who played the finisher's role to perfection to guide Punjab to a mammoth 219 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs. Does look like a massive total for CSK now to chase, because knowing that CSK have failed to chase 180 or more at almost every ground in the last 5 to 6 years or so.
Has to be the weirdest scorecard that I've seen in a long time. It's like 103 and then 0, 9, 4, 9, 1. At one point they were 150 and 100 was one guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also
unbelievable.
on it's not working at the moment.
You can
That's
go
what
on.
happens today. I'm going to murder Shivam. Murder him. He doesn't have the jersey.
Now it's fine. Now this mic is not working. Not even now? But anyway.
This one's working.
Is this one working?
Yeah.
We'll share it, yeah.
It was anyways a Delhi's boy day out today, since morning only. All Delhi boys have been doing well today.
Is everything fine, Shivam? If you allow us, can we?
Sharing.
It's caring.
Is it the weirdest scorecard ever? 103, one guy. Then till about 150 he got out.
158 is exactly when he got out. With 103 he went
154 he got out.
154. He was 103. Rest of them, Shashank by then had joined the party
So
though.
6 other batters by that time,
50 runs together.
50 runs they had put together. Wow. I mean, wow. It takes some courage to be batting in that shape and form the way Priyansh Arya did, because of the number of wickets that were falling at the other end. Even if you're the experienced, one of the most destructive batter of all time, even if you're Chris Gayle, you do get affected with wickets falling at the other end. You try and change your game, but not if your name is Priyansh Arya. I must say it is one of the most outrageous innings ever in IPL history, and primarily because of this. Yes, you've seen crazier knocks than this, quicker knocks than this as well, taller knocks than this as well, but the manner in which this knock came, where one man is going hammer and tongs at 245 strike rate, others are 0-9, and those others include someone who's a mixture of Dhoni and Rohit Sharma also, in Shreyas Iyer. But still saying, no, it's a big name then. Shreyas Iyer, Marcus Stoinis, Glenn Maxwell. These are big names that have gotten out. Someone who was retained in Prabh Simran Singh. All of them getting out. And this is a young kid playing his first IPL. You would be nervous, you'd panic, you'll say, oh, maybe, okay, I'll change my gears. I have to bat till long. Nothing. Went on attacking. One of the most outrageous knocks.
I think it actually reminds me of that Rishabh Pant knock against Sunrisers Hyderabad 2018.
Chasing.
First innings. Glenn Maxwell was on the other side. He scored about just 12 runs odd. He was unbeaten, and Pant had scored that 100 when he was reverse scoping to Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
But see the faith. He knows Maxi is there. So you are not worried. And he's a youngster who is not expected to look after the team. I don't know how many wickets they had lost at that time. There's a batting order to come. So you are attacking, okay, even if I get out, somebody else will come. Here the batting order was finished.
No, in terms of quality, it reminded me of that.
But
he had scored 67% of the runs when he got out. 154.
In terms of that, yes. But I'm saying in terms of the situation of the match, where he is, batting with a Shashank Singh at one point, everyone is out, and he knows that that's the last recognized batter. If I get out, then the tail starts. So then let me change my game. He's saying, no, I'm not. I'm going attacking. And see, it's paid dividends.
This is one thing that I've now started to notice, that players at the younger age, when they're playing 14, 16, being one of them, Yashasvi Jaiswal, being predominantly red ball players. But by the time they've reached their adulthood, they've realized that the way to go forward is to do well in T20 cricket. And then suddenly the way they have switched their games is absolutely tremendous, because Priyansh Arya predominantly for Delhi played in the red ball format mostly. Since a couple of years now, he's really come out in the white ball format, and he's
Because he kept
definitely
playing there and
dominated.
you guys didn't focus on him. So
No,
he
but-
said, now I'll go
But
and
he
play
was
the
only
IPL.
playing 14 and 16, na? Nobody's noticed at that time. Until and unless you score 1,000 runs, like Pranav Dhanwade did once. So he didn't score 1,000 runs, but he played mostly not, and on most occasions, red ball also he wasn't the first choice starter.
No, but that's age group cricket, na. That's different. How will anyone know? He's joined the big boys now. Of course, his claim to fame is the guy who was on the other end while Ayush Badoni was going berserk in the Delhi Premier League.
No.
He wasn't the one.
He was the one.
He was the
he
one.
and him, both
So-
of them opened, but in the same game, he hit six
I
sixes.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But his claim to fame was that, no, that even he got a lot of runs and he had sixes, but there was a guy on that occasion who overshadowed him.
Did Ayush? I thought Ayush Badoni got overshadowed by Priyansh
No,
Arya.
no.
Yeah, because he did six sixes, na.
Yeah, but Ayush Badoni got more runs in that game.
They had a stand of 220 odd.
Correct. He was a
That was
bigger
crazy
stalwart.
game.
I only got to know that
Those-
Ayush Badoni
Those six
starred.
sixes definitely put him on the map. Then
Yeah,
he ended
that's
the
the first time
tournament.
I heard it.
Then
heard
the
of it.
tournament as well, he ended on a high because he finished as the highest run getter. So 608 runs or something he scored. But when he finished a close second, there wasn't, I think, a big gap between the two. But that really set him, that really put him on the map, Priyansh Arya. I think since that innings, because last year as well, there was a lot of buzz for him. This time around also, you saw there were 3 odd teams. Delhi were also vying for him. So was one other team, but PBKS,
Mumbai.
his base price was 30 lakhs. He was picked up for something in excess of 3 crore.
Yeah, and now obviously justifies that. Remember, he didn't start this season, if I remember correctly.
Started it.
No. He started from the second game onwards. I don't think
He
played.
opened with
Yeah,
Prab Simran.
he
first
did.
game.
Started it?
First, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think just the second knock, I think in the middle, a couple of the matches, he didn't get a lot
First
of runs.
game he had a good knock,
First
then
knock,
2-3
yeah,
games he
the
did
first
not.
knock and today, I think he's seen a couple of skyscrapers, but this one, of course,
Yeah, if you can give a skyscraper like this, you'll carry
no,
him
but
for
the
5,
mindset,
7,
this
8.
credit to
mindset-
PBKS to
Whatever,
have started
however
with
long.
him because
Yeah.
they had experienced batters that they could have gone with. Because I remember when we were also making our 11, Priyansh wasn't there. He was always there
No,
as a
he
substitute.
he was in the youngsters to watch out for list.
Yes, I think he was.
But the
He wasn't
11 you
started
were-
because English was there.
You were
Ah.
looking at an English to start. You were sure that Prab Simran would definitely be starting. So credit to the think tank, PBKS, everyone in charge over there to have given him the backing. Maybe there's something they would have seen in the nets and in those meetings, something constructive would have come out. That they started with him, and it's just taken 4 games for or the 5th game today for them to reap the dividends.
But that mindset of keep on going, I think that just comes in from what the thought process of Priyansh Arya specifically is. A very interesting anecdote. He was with Ayush Badoni in the South Delhi Superstars, the team that was owned by Shikhar Dhawan. The team meeting, the only message over there was just one message all throughout the season, and that was that each and every ball has to be hit for a 6. There is no two ways. That's how the team decided to play cricket all throughout the DPL. And because I talked to a few players in that team who were there, the team meeting, all that the team meeting had was,
So if you hit a 4,
no, you have to go for a 6. No matter what, each and every ball you have to attempt a 6.
if you hit a 4,
If you hit, you can get out also, you can go for singles as well. But the mindset since the first ball till the last ball you play has to be that you have to hit a 6. That's why they could go and score 221 in 10 or 12, 15 or was whatever they did. So that is where T20 cricket has gone in that sense.
Also you get pitches like that here at
Kotla.
not everywhere do you get those pitches also.
No, but he continued his form in the SMAT as well. He had a strike rate of 170-80 if memory serves me right in the Syed Mustaq Ali tournament as well. So he continued that form after DPL in that. I think that was also a reason why Punjab Kings would have decided to start with him instead of Joss Inglis. And it's a very big call to take, and I'm very sure that they would have had that much confidence on him, because where in a season where there are openers like Jake Fraser-Maguire, Faf, there's Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, there's Sunil Narine, Quinton de Kock. There to go in with Priyansh Arya and Prep Simran for a team when you have a Josh Inglis. I think that.
Prab Simran you would have because you retained.
But with him, a Priyansh Arya, I think that was a very bold call to take, according to me. I also personally would have started with Priyansh Arya and Prab Simran, but I had not thought about it because I thought that's a too big a risk to take. But to go in with that and then Priyansh Arya really repaying that faith, I really impressive.
I think this is the first time in a long time that we have witnessed a Punjab Kings team scoring 83 for 5 to 219. I can't even remember the last time maybe any of the Punjab players would have actually done it. Maybe it's down to the new mentality that they have. I think they do understand, this is the way to go about T20 cricket. And this is what I really like about Punjab Kings, that their template is set. There's going to be batting until 8 or 9. So at no point it looked like any of the batters were really going into their shell so as to make sure that they have some wickets until the last few overs.
Yeah, so if you look at that entire batting order, this is probably so see, this is a positive. It's probably, if you look at the batting order collectively, one of the worst days. And then you are telling yourself, okay, we've had a real bad day, one of our worst days, but we've got 219. Imagine, I don't think it will happen throughout this IPL.
But you will take such...
Prab Simran, Shreyas Iyer, Stoinis, Vadera, Glenn Maxwell, all will fail together.
But sir,
and that too in single digit.
But you will take such bad days, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine to go back and... No, but that's what I'm saying. Imagine going and saying, listen, we've had the worst day of our batting today, but we got 219.
That's why I think everybody, we for so many years were saying that India are not ahead of the curve in T20 cricket, because the reason for this was, and that's why even to date, even though Sunrise Hyderabad are 10th on the points table, I am still ready to back these youngsters of the Indian team who right now maybe a Tilak Verma, Abhishek Sharma and all of them are failing. But I know on bad days also this is what they can give me. That's why Sunrise Hyderabad, despite being on the 10th, I feel they should stick to this approach even if they are losing all the games, because this will happen, because on bad days they've scored 190, 160. Those are their bad days and they're still losing. That's a different thing because they don't have the bowling. But on their bad days they're still putting up so many runs on the board. Bad day for Punjab Kings is 200 runs on the board.
Yeah,
and this is what happens with this approach.
Worst day with the batting order. They've got that. Okay, we'll of course have plenty of time in our post-match show to discuss it in depth. But yeah, anyone giving CSK a chance? I mean, they are 160 seems to be their comfortable total.
It is
I
true.
think we are 160.
And I'm actually a bit surprised that, for the kind of spell and the kind of start that Ashwin had made, you thought, and historically we've seen this is a track which gets slower, which is on the slower side anyway. I think that the bowling needs to be asked more questions, because what you've done over here is you've given yourself or your batters a mountain to climb, which at the moment doesn't sound like one or look like one that is surmountable for them, because what has the batting given me till now? It's become a challenge for me to get to 200. The batting is all over the place. There are question marks over the batting order, question marks over the lower batting order, lower middle order in terms of batting positions. So CSK have given themselves a very slim chance. I'm not giving them a great percentage chance.
They got 200 last time also.
But 155. Punjab.
They only had one game.
Yeah, till now.
So that was 200 by and 155.
Second home game of the season for Punjab.
But last year also 200, 170, 80 was the kind of score in Mullapur.
No, that's what I want to know. Not this season. I'm asking last season.
Yeah, 70, 170, 80.
170, 180.
So this isn't a big scoring ground either. And there you've got 219.
But cricket in general, really, just going back and thinking, is really unpredictable on occasions.
So what are you giving CSK a chance?
No. I was just talking about Priyansh Arya. Because from being nowhere, now suddenly boom. Last couple of years, he just completely changed things for himself. Before that also he was playing, but what a story.
Remember the name? Priyansh Arya. Anybody?
No, Punjab Kings.
Punjab.
Yeah.
I told you when Shreyas
it'll be foolish.
When we were doing the show, post-match, you said that I'll be tense. I told you then also. No tension.
Okay, I'll back CSK then to give there should
balance.
Be banter at the end of the day. I know it's a 80-20 game as of now. Low scoring ground, and also looking at how Chennai have been batting, it does not give you any hope. But who knows? Mahi Bhai
Someday though,
Someday will happen.
someday law of averages will catch up.
Exactly. Someday.
Someday my eye will step up.
Could this be that day? Even if it's 1 in 5 games.
It's
Aaya
you'll
to sahi.
take it. 2, 3 in 5 games, I think I'll take it from a finisher.
Let's.
No, will we use that thing? Der hai, durust hai.
We'll use it if Durust
If it
aaye.
happens.
If Durust aaye.
No, but Mahi bhai alone can't do anything. Na? Do Vijay Shankar. Give you.
They're playing Conway again.
But-
They've not dropped him after that.
But
one
Vijay
day.
Shankar, because he has long hands, I think he can do it today. Today those long hands need to.
No, everyone needs to step up. Two also.
I think, you know,
And your openers also have to step
Punjab
up.
have a very good record against CSK. People tend to forget that. Last 6 matches, 5 times PBKS have won.
Ooh.
Records are being broken this time.
And I think. But there's
RCB
only
are
one
broken.
team doing that.
RCB
And the name of that team is not CSK. Unfortunately.
Neighbors.
The neighbors. Cross border neighbors.
Yes.
Or how Siddharth calls them.
Across the Kaveri.
Across the Kaveri neighbors.
And this will be Punjab's 4th win. Out of
अरे
the 5.
wait.
Yeah.
सब्र करो. रुको जरा.
Thumb जाओ.
सब्र-
Thumb
This
जाओ.
will be again Delhi and Punjab at the top.
I think
Once again.
let's take this one comment, I think, before we wrap it up. Pranit Datta is saying 2 Australians, Maxwell and Stoinis, they need to go. Omarzai and Josh Inglis need to come in. I like the English.
Stones
bit.
has had one very good knock, hasn't he?
No, Maxwell had in the previous game.
That was also not good enough a knock. They lost the game and it was unlike Maxwell, 40 of 33 or something like this.
But I like Josh Inglis. I think him coming in
I
at
also
number
like
4 is
him.
going to
We
be
had
a
him
great
in-
addition.
No, not
yeah.
at 4. I'd open only with him.
Open.
4, but where open, whom will he rub?
I think your top 3 is.
Simran also
Your
bad.
top 3 is set. I don't think you're going to
It
make any
makes the
change there.
sound.
Yeah.
We heard the sound also on one occasion.
He's wicket keeper also.
60, but English is also.
Ah.
So, sound of the bat. So we need to listen every game. That's just.
Okay, see you guys. Come back. Nobody is giving CSK any chance. I'm
Apart
just
from
being
you.
I'm just being
Yeah.
the
Sidvi sir might be-
disruptor.
Sidvi sir might be at home.
He will go on a rant on MS Dhoni.
That day he's saying that all the fault is MS Dhoni's. Me
Yeah, I
and
got a
Gulati sir had
message. I got a
very
message
long-
on that also.
We had me and
From one,
Gulati
of
sir.
our, from one of our regular watcher.
Me and Gulati sir had such a long argument with him because of this reason.
For once, Shashwat and I agreed.
And from a very regular watcher, I got the message. Sidvi has talked nonsense about Dhoni today. Quote unquote.
Next, rest of the message.
Second line.
Second line.
Maybe I could have also gotten the same message. That's why I'm asking for the second line.
No. You wouldn't have got that message. Can't read the next line.
You can off camera. You can.
Off camera. Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye.